Good afternoon, everybody. This is Professor Jameson. This lecture will be on how to complete the complaint assignment. Some of you are having some problems with that. Not surprising to me. It's a difficult task. I wanted to give you guys that are a little more skilled a chance to kind of do it without me kind of spoon feeding it to you. That's why I haven't posted this video earlier, but I know some of you evidently are struggling. So I'm going to tell you how I would approach doing this project and kind of the way I actually did it. Okay, I didn't actually draft the complaint, but I did all the other parts to it. Okay, so I gave you 3 documents to look at. One is a factual scenario. Another is a complaint that I drafted. That was from last week or the week before, just a sample complaint. And then the other document I gave you is sorry, I dropped my glasses, is a document called a template. Okay, and a template is merely a document that you can put other things into. Okay, the third document, which is the template, is merely kind of an example or a skeleton of the way a complaint should look if I'm looking for defamation. Now, where did I get this? Okay, this is exactly what I did, and this is what I do if I have a new complaint I need to draft. Okay, I went down to the Kern County Law Library. As I've told you in my previous online lectures, the resource that I always start with if I have a pleading issue or a motion issue is Matthew Bender's California Forms of Pleading and Practice. I went to the library, the index of California Pleading and Practice. I looked under defamation. It led me to libel and slander. It gave me the appropriate chapter in the California Pleading Practice volume to look it up. And then I read a little bit about it. Okay, I read a little bit about defamation, a little bit about slander per se, and you really don't need to know all the differences between libel and slander per se. This is a slander per se case because one, it is oral, and 2, because it's imputation of a crime. Okay, so what I did once I looked it up in the actual hard volume, I went over to the computer. Now, the attorneys at the Kern County Library actually have their own little area, research area in computers. But you might just ask the librarian. They're very friendly. I need access to LexisNexis online. And she'll take you to the computer and show you how to do it. And then what I did was I just went to the chapter that I looked up in the actual book. And I went to it on the computer. And then there's one of 2 ways you can get this information that I've given to you, this template. One is you can just download it to a hard drive, or a zip drive or something like that. Not a hard drive. The other way to do it is you can just email it to yourself, and that's exactly what I did. All the parts of the California Pleading and Practice form complaint for slander per se, I just emailed it to me and sent it to me. And then you can open it up in Word. It goes right to your email at home. You can, or maybe you have your computer there at the law library too. You can open it up there. And you just open it up. And boom, there it is. Okay, so now how do we use these 3 documents together? Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read over the facts of the case. Okay, that gets me thinking about what potential lawsuit, legal theories, or causes of action we can file. In this case, it's going to be defamation or slander, which is oral defamation, and slander per se, which is imputation of a something really bad that anyone would think was bad. I'm not going to get into all the rules of defamation. It's really complex. It's a lot of fun in law school, but in reality, we don't really do a lot of defamation cases in the real world. I've never done any. Okay, so I've read the facts. Now what I got to do is think, okay, how am I going to sue? What am I going to, what theories? How can I get into court? Okay, well, that's where the LexisNexis document from California Pleading and Practice comes into being. I'll put on my glasses here. Okay, you can see there, if you look at it, and I'm looking at the page 2, it's pretty similar to my form complaint or my sample complaint from a couple of weeks ago. We have the capacities and the residents, the defendant, the plaintiffs, all that type of stuff. And now, so we're going to have general allegations, and we're only going to have one cause of action, which is negligence. So you, in the form that I gave you a couple of weeks ago, the one that says complaint for personal injuries, you can delete all those different causes of action because we're only going to have one. Okay, now what facts do we put in? Well, the facts we need to put in to the general allegations or the body of the complaint are the ones that meet the elements of the cause of action. Okay, now what are the elements of the cause of action? If you look in the actual scenario on the last page, there's publication, falsity. I don't know if you can see that or not. Publication, falsity, disparagement, slander per se. Okay, those are examples of the legal elements that we need to meet in the complaint to survive in court and pursue the case. Okay. If you look here at the Matthew Bender template that I've given you, okay, I'm looking at all of the different things. Paragraph 4, on or about defendant spoke the following words. Who were they heard by? Is paragraph 5. Why were they slanderous? Because they imputed he was a drug dealer or was in a crime. They were false because why? Because we allege they're not true. They're defamatory because of why? Okay. I'm not going to spoon feed you the facts. You have to do a little bit of work yourself. I did the legal research and got you the form, but you have to figure out what facts need to go into this complaint. Okay. And, submit it to me and I'll revise it and I'll send it back to you. And, if you get it wrong, well, it's a learning experience. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Just take your best shot. Okay. Now, the other form that I gave you is the complaint for damages. That was from last week, 2 weeks ago. Okay. The only reason I put this back up here is to just give you a form to plug in all of your stuff. Okay. It's like a template within a template. Okay. Some of you could just use Pleading Wizard if you have like Pleading Wizard if you have like Microsoft Office or something. But for those of you that don't, I would use that complaint for personal injuries as my working document to submit back to me. Okay. For example, okay, here, let me get it up here. You can put the name of the plaintiff, paragraph 2, put the name of the defendant. Okay, DOE defendants, all that type of stuff. And if you're having some problems with this, just email me or give me a call at 661-303-7511. I'm here to help you. I'll give you guys till Friday to get it, or next Monday to get it done. People have been submitting late assignments, and there haven't been that too many, so I've been pretty lax about letting people submit late stuff. It really only kind of pisses me off is when I get like 10 late assignments and stuff. But most of you have been doing really good. I'm really impressed with the quality of most of your work product. That's all I have to say. Have a great day.